They're gonna taste great with Tony and mate.
Well, everybody knows Frosties taste great!
Cereal is like the most harmless thing ever, right? I love having a bowl of cornflakes in the morning before my day-to-day errands of sitting at a computer arguing on the internet about the Marvel movies. I haven't left the house in 15 weeks and that was only to get more cornflakes. I keep getting calls from my friends or my fiancée, but I just sit comatose at my desk surrounded by bowls of processed grains. Most of the nutrients sucked out of them and replaced with heavy drugs, I mean wheat. There's something about cereal. I can't stop. My life is cereal. My family are cereal. My world is cereal, run by a parliament of shredded wheat. Cereal has taken over my life. But no more. No more will I allow cereal to control me. And today, I'm here to expose to you the worst, the most abhorrent pieces of breakfast to ever walk this planet Earth. Wait a sec, breakfasts can't walk. Welcome to 6 Deadly Cereals. Number 6, Cocoa Pops. Hey kids! You want mummy and daddy to buy you a box of deliciously crispy chocolate-coated air for the low price of £4 all for this heavily researched small box of nothing? Compared to the pennies it takes to make barrels of this lumpy mud? Well then, you my friend, you need Cocoa Pops. Remember, this cereal is barely not worryingly unhealthy because the recommended portion size is that in which you would give to a pet hamster than an actual human child. 30 grams, maybe enough for a third of a bowl for any non-impoverished small person. The only kinds of children whose lovely mummies and daddies will always have enough money to waste on this crap. It's just Rice Krispies but with milk that looks like Coco the Monkey personally shat in each of your precious children's bowls.
I'll never forget the time at Coco & Co. when we were harvesting the grain and the Moons and Stars room was sabotaged by that crafty croc. I knew he'd have something up his sleeve.
I'll get you, monkey.
Suddenly, there was a big bang and the machine was out of action.
I didn't know I'd taken drugs in the making of this video. I could have sworn that crocodile just broke a major brand of one of the most largest corporations in the world with a piece of engineering equipment.
Oh, there's a spanner in the works!
Honestly, who thinks of these adverts? No wonder there's so many conspiracies about reptilians taking over the world if this is what they think is a logical way of selling a product to the masses. Number 5. Weetabix. People disappear. A lot. All around the world. Nobody knows who takes them, nobody knows why they are taken, and nobody knows where they are taken. At least, nobody knew where, until now. A man who has wished to go unnamed got in contact with me recently to discuss his story. He had been taken, and he had survived.
I don't know what happened, what I did. I just remember walking down the street for a packet of cigarettes, and then suddenly waking up in darkness. A group of women led me down a corridor. I heard constant screams, cries for mercy. I got a sneak peek into one of the rooms, and they were forcing people to play Geometry Dash. For days at a time. But that was nothing compared to what they did to us. The unlucky ones. You know what they did? You wanna know what they did? They strung me up, held open my mouth, and they forced me to eat. They forced me to eat Weetabix. They made me eat Weetabix raw, without any milk. My diet for however long was Weetabix. My life became Weetabix. Now whenever I see Weetabix adverts or someone enjoying Weetabix, I just want to smack them upside the ear and say, no! Don't you know what eating Weetabix does to you? Don't you know how close you are to torture? I just want to say, don't eat Weetabix. Just don't do it.
Number 4. Cornflakes. Did you know cornflakes reduce your sex drive? In fact, they were invented for the sole purpose of reducing sexual desires, which reduced the wish for not just sex,
Rumpy pumpy on it.
but masturbation, which according to Mr. Kellogg was capable of transmitting disease, not even an STD, an MTD, masturbatorially transmitted disease. Apparently, John Harvey Kellogg, who, let me remind you, had a wife for 41 years, believed that masturbation was the worst evil one could commit. Like, worse than aliens in the attic.
We come in pieces.
Peace.
We committed attack the humans.
For some reason, he thought it spread the plague or something, and cut off people's knobs if they dared stroke them. Yes, he was actually in favour of genital mutilation if people continuously committed acts of self-abuse? John Harvey Kellogg, who, let me remind you, cared for and raised 50 sex-born children, also thought that applying fucking fennel to women's clitorises was a good idea. And while these might be his more extreme solutions to a problem that doesn't exist, just remember that every time you eat cornflakes, you are playing into his cold, dead hands. And God, just think of his poor wife. Number 3. Frosties. Here's how to get cheap Frosties.
I can hear the sound of Frosties hitting me blades. They're gonna taste great with Tony and mate.
Well, everybody knows Frosties taste great.
Even ladies who wait or buy rate. And your teenage brother who's out on it.
Number 2. Golden Nuggets. What can I say about Golden Nuggets? Well, if you, at any point in your life, have ever been within a 60-mile radius of Golden Nuggets, I'm afraid you have suffered severe mental disimpairment, and the only cure is to go to the nearest hospital and be read late 19th century literature by a trained medical professional until the golden cysts in your brain reduce to an insignificant size. This process can take anywhere between 5 to 10 years. I'm sorry you had to find this out from a silly YouTube video, but at least you didn't find it out from another packet of Golden Nuggets. Number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, reptilians, stick figures, these disgusting creatures, I'm here today to bring forth to you our very own Morrison Productions cereal. It comes in this box. I open the box and cereal comes out. What makes this cereal so special, you ask? Well, the label. And the artificial sugars, and the processed grains, and the minimal number of nutrients, and the cartoon mascot, and the infinite market research. This is the best cereal for your child, and your mother, and your sister, and your uncle, and your cousin. But not your aunt. She doesn't like cereal. She lives on a diet of tuna, and has done since 1987. Be sure to buy Morrison Productions Extreme brand cereal. There's something in it for everyone. Gluten-free people, there's no gluten in it. Cheese lovers, heroin addicts, everything. Everyone. Buy Morrison Productions Extreme brand cereal. Buy Morrison Productions Extreme brand cereal. Okay, so I've just fed the entire country's children a continuous diet of cheese and heroin, and with that, I think I'm ready to say goodbye to cereal forever. Goodbye.
They're gonna taste great. gonna taste great